Scorpio family, hello and welcome to your September 2024 Tarot Forecast. I'm Ms. Eden and Scorpio, so glad you're here. How's the fam doing? How y'all doing heading into September? This is going to be a general tarot reading for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising sign. Y'all, if you don't know your moon or rising sign, a quick Google search for a birth chart calculator, or there's plenty of apps as well that are free resources that you can find that information. All right, y'all. Don't sweat it, Scorpio, if you don't catch this video right after I post it. Know that whenever it comes across your feed, whenever you're feeling that tingle, like, oh, you know what, maybe I should go back and check out that tarot forecast now, that was the time for you to receive this message, and I do hope that there's something in here for you, wonderful Scorpio family. So if y'all do not follow me on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe button if you're already, rocking with me for a while and have not subscribed. I also have an Instagram. Link for that is in my bio, and you can head on over there and follow me on my Instagram as well for all sorts of stuff that doesn't always cross over to my YouTube here, y'all. So let's keep growing that fam. I appreciate all the subscriptions. Thank y'all so much for your thoughtful comments and your feedback, your likes, your shares. Just sending y'all big love right back. And let's keep growing that family. I'm really loving it. Loving y'all. Scorpio, let's talk a little bit about the astrology. Ooh, hold up. I'm sorry. One last little plug. I should have done this at the beginning, but my checklist in my mind. Welcome back to all the subscribers. Talking about subscribers, welcome back if you've already subscribed. So happy you're here. And I want to give a shout out to all the new subscribers as well. Welcome, and I'm so happy you're joining us. Like I said, thrice already. Let's keep growing that fam, y'all. Scorpio, let's talk astrology for September really quick before we get into your reading. We're going to start the month off right away, getting into September on the 1st, with Uranus going retrograde. You thought like we had a break because Mercury came out of retrograde at the end of August, right? Psych! Okay. Let's dig into this just for a quick minute. Uranus is currently in the sign of Taurus. It will be retrograding there. When the planet retrogrades, any planet, you're going to feel the effects of that planet a little stronger on the days that it goes stations, we say, retrograde, and stations direct. So Uranus and Taurus retrograde, we're going to feel like some spiciness coming into September. The energy is going to start picking up, but Uranus is the planet of sudden and swift changes, the bringer of sudden and swift change. They are the lightning god, Uranus, and the earth shaker. So Uranus and Taurus can be associated with a lot of storms and earth-related activity, tectonic activity, like volcanoes, earthquakes related things that we might see pop up a little bit more during this Uranus and Taurus period. So Uranus goes retrograde on the 1st, all right? That same day, Pluto, which is currently retrograding, slides back into the sign of Capricorn. That is a big deal because Pluto retrogrades are very long. They're about 230 to 50 years or so, approximately. Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008. I want y'all to think back to what you were doing in 2008 and what was happening for you, because when Pluto changes signs, these are... Sorry about that for the noise. These are huge paradigm shifts. Okay, so in 2008, Pluto moved into Capricorn from Sagittarius. Yes, okay, I'm just going to make sure I got that right. This period where it's retrograding back into Capricorn, Pluto has been slowly inching its way and kind of dancing between Capricorn and where it's moving, the sign of Aquarius. So on the 1st, we're going to have that Pluto retrograde moving back into the sign of Capricorn at what we call in astrology the anaretic degree. That is the final degree in a sign before the planet changes into the next sign. So moving into Aquarius from Capricorn. That is like a full moon on steroids. Talk about culminations, wrap-ups, endings, finalities, right? So that we can move on to a brand new. This is a shedding and releasing of the old, learning from the entire cycle we've been through to again move forward on a new and hopefully more aligned and enlightened path, right? One that's led with light, love, and compassion. So this is just like some big, heavy outer planet activity that we got rolling into September. On the 2nd of September, we have a new moon in Virgo. That's going to be a really lovely energy to plant some new seeds for new ideas, new things that we want in our lives. And Virgo is the perfect sign to water and nourish those seeds, right? It is the humanitarian, besides Aquarius, it is the humanitarian sign of the zodiac. And so it can really nurture and give you that energy to nurture whatever you are wanting to put your energy towards, whether that be a new partnership, a new project, a collaboration, a new job, a new self goal, whatever it may be, right? It'll give you that wonderful, solid, stable, nurturing energy to get it done and seed it with the best and most solid of intentions, Scorpio. Mid-month on the 17th of September, we have a full moon in Pisces. That's also a lunar eclipse. I don't believe it's a full lunar eclipse, but again, that's going to tap into our dreamy side, our intuitive abilities. All right, it might also tap into a little bit of our vices, right? Getting to a little emotionally involved, where like over emotional. But it's really an opportunity for us to tap in with our spiritual sides, to put it bluntly. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a moment, that Pisces energy. We're going to come back, circle back, put a pin in that. On the 22nd of September, we have the fall equinox as well as Libra season beginning. We're currently at this video's filming in Virgo season, talking about that great Virgo energy to care and nurture and organize and declutter whatever it is in your life that you need to, so that you can move forward with a clear focus and a clear energy that's just lightened and lifted, right? Because doesn't it feel so much better to move forward and just seed creativity when things are clean and in order? I mean, I kind of hate to say it, but yeah, like disarray, there's many quotes I know, but like disarray and chaos does not lead to too much creativity, right? When you have things kind of in order in your space around you and that brings stability, then we can launch off and just give into our creative endeavors. So additional notes for right now coming into September. Like I said, Pluto is currently retrograding. Uranus is about to go retrograde. Mercury just came out of retrograde, and we might still feel a little bit of that energy of Mercury retrograde for the couple of weeks, first part of September, because of that shadow period, right? But in addition to those planets and their retrograde cycles, right now, y'all, Saturn is retrograding in Pisces and Neptune is also retrograding in Pisces. So there is a lot of emphasis with Saturn to get really serious about our spirituality. Neptune in Pisces is at home there. That is the sign that is connected to the planet Neptune. And so again, this emphasis on connecting to our spiritual side, to our intuitive gifts, to the non-physical, right, is going to be very important over this ending of the year period we're coming into. The overall themes right now, y'all, is just, again, that pace is going to be picking up as we enter September, and it's not going to stop for the rest of the year. So being flexible and and understanding that the only constant in life is change is really going to help us navigate through this very bumpy and tumultuous time with a lot of sudden, rapid changes. And these changes can have to deal with our top-down power structures, our governmental systems of control, Pluto in Capricorn, right? But also our financial systems might get rocked, that Uranus in Taurus energy. And again, those systems and mechanisms of control seated in like the physical world, right? All like earth sign energy. We're moving from a lot of heavy earth and water energy into fire and air. So it is a big paradigm shift. There are going to be a lot of truths coming to light about just what has happened, the reality of having an ego-driven power structure and system. And we are waking up and seeing the truth and deciding, no, we don't want top-down power dynamics where it's coming from the few to the many. We want, as Pam Gregory, the astrologer, puts it, horizontal power dynamics where it's for the people, we the people, community-oriented, based in humanitarianism, light, and love, right? It's going to be really important for the rest of the year, y'all, with all these changes and the pace picking up and all these truths coming to light. We might see a lot of breaking down of old systems, very much the emphasis of the Tower card. Stay objective, be critical thinkers, ask questions, do your research. Don't believe everything at face value, because there is a lot of struggle right now between the old power systems that are going to want you to believe and keep the power with them, and this new paradigm, this new dynamic where it's more for us. It's we, not I. So, okay, let's let you rocked with me up long enough. Thank you, Scorpio family. But for taking the time with that astrology update. But it's definitely important, because the more we know and can prepare for this shifting energy that's coming up, that's going to be happening very fast for a lot of us, the better we can prepare ourselves, right? So let's get into it. Let's prepare it. Scorpio, here you are coming into the month of September, star reversed. So my Scorpios may not be feeling coming into September like they've been able to take a moment to catch their breath. Y'all been grinding? Let me know. Lay it on me in the comments. Yeah, maybe y'all have been working really hard and not finding space and place to rebalance, to nourish yourself, to make sure that you can keep going for the long game, right? The long haul. This might also be about, disappointment for some of my Scorpios coming in the month, that you have been putting so much energy and dedication into something and you're not being seen, you're not being recognized, the star, for your work, for your contributions. And maybe there's a bit of disappointment, disalignment, maybe there's some disillusionment, right? Maybe it's a kind of a reality wake-up call for some of my Scorpios. I am feeling like reality wake-up call is a good kind of tag for this entire reading, and you'll see why as we get into it. Crossing my Scorpio's energy in September is the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said, your mind has been on your resources, your hustle, your money. And while you haven't been taking like a slow down to break and nourish yourself, you have been slowing it down to really plan. So kudos, Scorpio. That means you use that Mercury retrograde cycle really well, because we didn't need to execute during Mercury retrograde. That was all a planning period. So there you are. Like, that's, your mind is on what is the plan? What are the steps I need to take in order to bring that stability, that security, that financial abundance to myself? Court cards can also indicate actual people. There could be a younger masculine energy earth sign that a Taurus, sorry, that's going to be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, that maybe some of my Scorpios are dealing with, since this is the energy that is surrounding you coming into September. At the base of your reading, again, you've been focusing on your money. That Knight of Pentacles has been there because you're focused on your legacy. 10 of Pentacles at the base. This is all about family, your legacy. How are you going to provide for you and yours? What are you building that's going to last? That has very much been on my Scorpio's mind this month. And remember, y'all, that like, it's important to take those breaks, because we get a lot of clarity when we take breaks. We can try and push through, like, we know we have deadlines, we know we need to get to certain places, but maybe we're not, we know we need to get from A to G, but we're not sure about steps B, C, D, E, F, right? And so we're trying to force, like, okay, I got to figure it out. But Scorpio, it's like that break is necessary so you can slow down and glean the enlightenment, the enlightened ideas from spirit, from the universe, from yourself, from your higher self, right? You've been working so much. This is in your past. Some of my Scorpios might have experienced some sickness, or again, just like that need for rest. Maybe some of y'all have just been, you pushed it so hard that the universe did lay you up for a minute, Scorpio. That's, for some of y'all, what I'm feeling. It's like you go, 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 and if you don't stop, the universe stops you for you. Right? So this is the need for rest. Again, another emphasis on recharging, restoring that, your whole body, so that your mind, because swords, right? So that your mind can function in the most clear and accurate ways. So that is in the past for my Scorpios coming into September. Like, again, maybe some of you all have been dealing with ailments, illnesses, or just needing and feeling like y'all need a lot of extra rest. Some of y'all have been taking it. I hope some of y'all did during that Mercury retrograde cycle, because that was our little blip of slowdown before that energy picks up for the rest of the year, y'all. Crowning my Scorpio's reading is the Empress reversed. So again, you are building an empire. You are working on something. Maybe it's not business related, but like my Scorpio, like you're working on something and creating something for yourself, and you are trying to like do all the logical steps that you think you need to be doing. Grind culture is what I'm picking up in order to get there. And what you're missing, Scorpio, is again, like you have this incredible ability as a Scorpio to harness your spiritual side and go through this death and rebirth transformation process, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You are the sign that does that. So again, it's like you can be deeply spiritual, but right now a lot of y'all are like very grounded in the earthly aspects, the tangible things in life, the material things in life, and you're not realizing that what's sticking with you, that you're like, the blocks, there we go, the blocks are because you're not pausing. So the Empress reverse is crowning this reading. You're like, where can I seed that creativity again to build my empire from a place of relaxation, from a place of calmness and stillness. Calm and stillness, maybe that's better. Right? But you're struggling attaining that because you're not pausing, you're not recharging, you're not refilling your stores, you're not understanding that there is important, it is just as important, the rest period, the stillness period, as the work and grind period. There's things that you can't attain in the work and grind cycle that can only be attained through quieting the mind, right? Sorry for the noise, the background noise, y'all, if you hear it. All right, so coming up in September, this might be later September for some of my Scorpios, is the 8 of Cups. Some of y'all are leaving you've already left. So this is like, maybe in early September, y'all are having all the things happen. That's giving you a lot of clarity about what do I need to do to move forward with this situation. And some of y'all are like, this road ends here with this situation. I am detaching emotionally. We also have an eclipse happening, lunar eclipse in this picture. And so I'm wondering if for my Scorpios, again, this is, since it's in the future card, this might happen around the time of that lunar eclipse on the 17th. That you're just like, you're done. I'm over it. I've already crossed the rivers of emotion. I'm out of here. Peace. See you later. It's not emotionally filling. There's something that's not emotionally filling your cup anymore. And hopefully for some of my Scorpios, it's that realization of like, I can't always grind. I need to leave that. I need to realize the balance needs to come in a little bit more than just grind. All right. But it's whatever you're leaving is going to be a very like tugging at your heartstrings, very connected to your heart. Okay. That you're leaving behind. Here you are right now, Scorpios, the Hangman. So what you're going through requires a different perspective be taken. You have to think about things in a different way. Realize y'all might not know everything about a situation. Y'all might need to wait until things happen to gain insights and clarity about your next steps. This is about patience. Again, another resting card. A lot of emphasis on resting to gain that clarity, right? Look at that enlightenment. This is also the card about understanding you might have to sacrifice some, Scorpio, this month in order to attain what you want. And some of that sacrifice might be old behaviors and patterns. A lot of us are shedding and releasing. Again, Scorpio, you are the transformational sign of the zodiac. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay? The scorpion and the eagle. So if anyone can tap into what needs to be done, take some stillness, and then shift and change to align themselves with their highest good, be on the right, feel like you're on the right path, that you're hitting successes, sacrifice is going to come with that. And I think you understand what needs to be sacrificed. Again, it might be some of these outdated patterns of thinking, this grind culture, trying to, like all work, no play. Here's how others are seeing you. So maybe like a little emotionally absorbed, maybe a little over emotional. Maybe you're not able to handle your own emotional needs at this time. And it's because, again, there's this, you're focusing and putting all your eggs in one basket, which is the grind. And you're not allowing yourself the pause and the stillness. And so then you get sick and then you break down. Others are seeing that. They're seeing the toll that it's taking on you. Some of y'all might also be hitting vices. Your vices a little harder this month because of the stress. And again, think about it like it's a clear sign when we feel that tension, that stress, that anxiety, that depression. It's a sign that you need to meet that feeling with curiosity and ask it, why have you popped up? What do I need to learn from this? What possibly needs to change? But more importantly, what do I need to learn from this feeling? And then dig in a little bit, Scorpio, to learn why that's triggering you, right? Because this can't stand. You're blocking, if you just keep grinding, you're just blocking yourself. And that's why I think, come this full moon in Pisces, very intuitive, very dreamy, very spiritually connected, full moon that is also a lunar eclipse, that's going to be your sign to I'm done, I'm going, I got it. That's going to be your wake up, right? Remember, that's coming up. You are fear has a lot to do with it. You are afraid of the karma that your own karma. So you don't want the judgment. You don't want to own what has happened in the past to lead you to where you are at this moment. There's a fear there. You need to. You know that with that comes enlightenment. With that comes self-acceptance, self-compassion, right? And then a rebirth. Scorpio, rebirth, right? That's you. Okay, so don't shy away from it. Let it. I won't say pull you down, but you got to dig deep a little bit. Don't lead with fear to avoid that, because then you're just gonna. Then it's just this, right? Sickness, exhaustion, not able to control our emotions, getting into vices. By the way, that queen could also indicate an actual person, feminine energy, water sign that's coming into play. Okay, someone who also exhibits those traits of, again, just not being in control of their emotions. Maybe some of my Scorpios are dealing with a feminine water sign energy like that this month. So again, don't shy away from your own karma. In the non-physical, before y'all came down to the physical realm, this earth plane we got here, okay, you set your goals. You set the karma for yourself. So this is an opportunity to work through it. For a lot of us, it's not just my Scorpio family. Many of us are having those opportunities, bumps, tower moments, to deal with and release karma. That is a big part of this cycle we're going through, this shifting out of heavy earth Pluto and Capricorn energy, Uranus and Taurus energy, right? Earth and water shifting away from that and into lighter, more creative, freer fire and air signs, okay? So just, again, that's part of this process. We have to dive deep and release collectively, all right? So you're not alone, is what I'm saying. Taking a long way to say that. Wrapping up my reading for Scorpio, here's what you got to keep in mind. Keep the big picture in mind. Keep those bigger goals in mind. Allow yourself to dream, to imagine, right? That's where you, I can't, oh my gosh. That's where you thrive, Scorpio, is just like that kind of, you can like dream. Use this Pisces energy to really like, oh, what do I want to dream? What do I want to create? What do I want to bring forth in this 3D world, right? Maybe you're not ready exactly yet to execute with your energy, but like you're looking out there, you're seeing what the possibilities are. And you're also ready to move on. That's the Two of Wands, by the way. I don't know if I said that. And then Six of Cups. You're also ready to move on from the past. You're ready to move on from those emotional strings that have connected you in heavy ways. I won't say bad ways, because there's always something to learn, right? So it's like, learn what you need to from the past so that you can be objective in how to move forward, Scorpio. All right? You'll know, but you got to deal with some shit first. You can't shy away from the dealing with it part. If you don't deal with it, you don't process and accept all your choices up till this point, then, again, sorry for the noise. I'm sitting by the window. But if you don't deal with and process those choices that you've made that have brought you to this reality, Scorpios, you're not going to be able to attain those next steps that you want. That's part of the package. That's part of the work that has to be done. And bottom of the deck for my Scorpios is the Tower reversed. So yeah, y'all have been through some shit. And these things that have fallen away from you, that have broken down, they need to go because they weren't aligned with you. So allow them to fall away. I'm feeling like that has happened a lot in the past. And so this is like my Scorpios trying to build their new empire. Scorpio, let me know in the comments how this reading sits with you. I definitely love the feedback because it really helps to know, is some of this hitting, is some of this not hitting? And is it totally like, am I pulling it all out of my ass? I don't know, but it definitely doesn't feel like that. So it always just helps so much, and I love the comments and the feedback. Y'all, if you've made it this far through the video and you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's just keep growing this family. Scorpio, have a wonderful September. Stay flexible, stay loose, allow yourself the rest and rejuvenation that brings you balance and alignment. You know what that looks like for you. The universe is giving you permission to take a break and restore yourself, because those next steps, you're going to need your whole self. Your whole 150% of Scorpio is needed. So restore yourself. Sending you much love, Scorpio. Bye, y'all.